3D Pikachu Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everybody, in today's video I have a cute, pretty simple little Pikachu 3D nail art design, and I don't know if you guys are Pokemon fans. I do have a Charmander video that I did a while back, and in that video I had my husband do the intro, and he said that I would be doing one Pokemon nail a year. So this is my once yearly Pokemon nail for him. I hope you guys like it as much as he does, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future designs as well.
Begin with an overlay of a glittery red acrylic. This is one of my absolute favorite background colors ever. It's just like Ruby Slippers from The Wizard of Oz. I am in love with it. So just start out with that. A nice glittery background makes it a bit more feminine. If you don't want it to have that slightly more feminine quality, you can just do a solid red background or whatever you like. But then encase the nail with a layer of clear acrylic to make sure it is nice and strong. And especially over the top of that glitter, you want something to protect it so that it doesn't end up with more of a silvery appearance instead of that true bright red. So a decent layer of clear acrylic over the entire thing is imperative. And then after you have that done, go ahead and file it into shape with your e-file or whatever it is that you like to use to file your nails. I began with a coarse bit to remove any bulk, and then I switched over to a finer bit just to go over the whole thing and smooth it out and make it a little easier to work on top of. That's basically like buffing it. You can also use a buffer block. That works just as well. So then with a yellow acrylic, I'm going to be sculpting my Pikachu. And as you guys will be able to tell as the design progresses, the yellow acrylic that I'm using isn't nearly as pigmented as some of my other colors, and it did not cover up that red background very well. If that is the case with yours as well, I will show you how to remedy that in a moment. But otherwise, I have my fingers crossed for you that your guys' yellow is a lot more powerful than mine. Especially like over the ears and stuff, it really just didn't show up as vibrantly as I was hoping for. So anywho, just kind of start out, I began with an oval for his head, and then I added his body shape below that, and I'm going to be using two much smaller beads to add the ears. So just apply those and then just sort of pull them down. And then I'm going to be adding the top of his tail just off to the side back there, just like that. I didn't actually sculpt the whole tail going all the way down. The base part of the tail where it attaches to him, I just did with paint instead of sculpting it. I figured it's kind of behind him anyway, so if it wasn't as 3D and didn't pop out as far, that would be okay. And then I did his two little feet sticking out from below his legs, and then add his arms coming up on either side of his face. And then just add a little bit for each hand. So when you add the bead for the hand, place it down and then pull it out for the fingers. It doesn't take too much, but just kind of gently tug at the acrylic to create that finger hand shape. Then I'm going to go through and, like I said, fix my acrylic coloring situation, and with yellow paint, a really nice vibrant sort of banana yellow, I'm going to be painting over Pikachu just to brighten everything up and make it so that it doesn't look so dingy and dreary looking. And so just add a nice layer of that over the whole thing. If after this point your acrylic or your paint wasn't as pigmented as it could have been, you may need to do a couple coats. Yellow is notorious for having pigmentation problems, so it just may cause you some grief completely. But hopefully, again, I'm rooting for you. Mine did take 2 coats of yellow paint on top of my yellow acrylic to really get it to be the color that I was hoping for. So here's that first little layer. The second layer I just did off camera because it's basically the same thing. It's not really that exciting. But after you have all of that done there, I'm adding just the tip of that brown part of the tail. Then you can go through and you can start doing some of the details with black paint. So I diluted my black paint slightly, and then you're going to want to paint the tip of each ear black, and then go through and start doing some outlines all over Pikachu. You want to make sure that there are plenty of outlines in there so that you can see everything on him very clearly, that the design is just super visible. And plus, it kind of helps bring it out away from the glittery background, which can almost be distracting. Again, I am pro glitter, and I'm not saying anything against the glitter itself, but I just like to have a stronger outline when I do have a glittery background to make the foreground really the focus of the whole design. Sort of sketch in the facial features with that little bit of black paint, draw in his mouth and his nose, the little circles on his cheeks, add his eyes, and just add all of that little detail on his face. Fill in the circles on his cheeks with a very vibrant cherry red. I guess I'm into fruit today. I said banana yellow and cherry red. And then add a little bit of that red in his mouth and a little bit of pink in his mouth for his tongue. Add a white highlight in each eye. And then I went through and I used some medium brown that I had diluted just slightly so it wasn't so pigmented. And then I'm going to be adding some shadows on my Pikachu here and there. Not too many, but just a little bit to make him, even though he is 3D, but just make him stand out a little bit better. After that's dried, apply a layer of gel sealer over the background to make your red glitter really stand out and look super sparkly and amazing. Cure that and then apply some matte top coat over your Pikachu and you're all done. I hope you guys like this as much as Terrell does, like I said, and here is a Melody Minute.
Dance, Melody.
Can you do more dancing? Can you dance?
Can you dance for us? Can you kiss the camera? Thank you.
Whoa, whoa.
Can you say whoa?
Whoa.
Can I have it back? Thank you. Whoa!
Whoa.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed those little clips of my dancing queen. If you do a recreation, please tag me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!